Healthcare professionals, patients, families, community leaders, and policymakers all struggle to understand interactions between health and behavior and to use that knowledge to improve the health status of individuals and populations. Given the wide acknowledgement that cigarette smoking is linked to a variety of deadly diseases, for example, why do people start smoking? And given equally convincing evidence connecting excess weight with cardiovascular disease and other health problems, why are so many people far above their optimal weight? Does such unhealthy behavior indicate a simple lack of willpower? How does the social environment influence these behaviors? Does stress make people sick or does illness produce stress? This presentation presents current knowledge about links between health and behavior, about the influence of the social environment on these behaviors, and about interventions to improve health through modifying behavior or personal relationships. Health and behavior are related in myriad ways, yet those interactions are neither simple nor straightforward. What causes health inequities? The social determinants of health are mostly responsible for health inequities. The unfair and avoidable differences in health status seen within and between the countries. The structural roots of health inequities lie within education, taxation, labor and housing markets, urban planning, government regulation, healthcare systems, all of which are powerful determinants of health and ones over which individuals have little or no direct personal control but can only be altered through social and economic policies and political processes. Factors which contribute to health inequities are income and income inequality, education, race or ethnicity or gender and related discrimination. Built environment, stress, social support, early child experiences, employment, housing, transportation, food environment and social standing. Main social determinants of health include social organization, stress and health, early life, the life course, the social gradient and health, health and labor market, unemployment, non-employment, job insecurity, health and psychological environment at work, transport and health, social support and social cohesion, poverty, social inclusion and minorities. Social patterning of individual health behaviors, the case of cigarette smoking, the social determination of ethnic or racial inequalities in health, the social determinants of health in old age, neighborhoods, housing and health, ourselves and others for better or worse, social vulnerability and inequality. All contribute to the social determinants of health. How could a neighborhood affect health? Safe places to exercise, access to healthy food, exposure to targeted advertising of harmful substances, social networks and support, norms, role models, peer pressure, fear, anxiety, stress, despair, violence, and fear and quality of schools, all these factors have a significant impact on health. Now let's take a look at social determinants and the health gradient. There had been a curious disjunction between the factor of the social gradient and the infection diseases that major killer in developer countries, coronary heart diseases affected most of those of high status. The view appeared to be that there were diseases of the rich and the diseases of the poor. Mortality for all causes reflected a balance of the two. We now know that this is inaccurate on two accounts. First, in rich countries, most diseases affect people of low position more than those of higher. In those senses, the diseases of affluence are few. Breast cancer has been a notable exception to the pattern of low social position, high risk. Second, it is not only the poor who suffer. Studies have shown that in civil servants who are not poor, the low employment grade, the higher and the risk of most cause of death. How could income affect health? Income directly shapes health. Nutrition and physical activity options, housing quality, neighbor conditions, social networks and support, stress due to inadequate resources to face challenges, and medical care are all related to income. Parents' income shapes the next generations. Education, which shapes their working conditions, physical and psychological, and income. Social gradient, in which the more income and wealth people have, the more likely they are to live longer, while people with less income and wealth can expect to live comparatively shorter lives. The influence on health is more than just rich versus poor. People who live in middle class areas can expect to live longer than those in poor areas, but not as long as those in more affluent neighborhoods. It has long been recognized that specific behaviors are associated with increased risk of specific diseases and related conditions. For example, tobacco use, alcohol consumption, inadequate physical activity, some sexual practice, and high fat or lower fiber diets have all been recognized as unhealthful. Less widely recognized, however, is the association between socio-economic status and health, or the influence of social networks, current or anticipated employment status, and personal beliefs. Moving to slide 8, let us discuss about how lifestyle and behaviors affect health. Lifestyle consists of aspects of individuals' behavior and surroundings over which they may exercise control. Although recognition of the importance of the social and physical environmental context in this concept is increasing. Healthy lifestyle comprise patterns of health-related behavior, values and attitudes adapted by groups of individuals in response to their social, cultural and economic environment. Watching excessive TV has been linked to obesity, poor body image and raised cholesterol. It may have an even bigger impact. An average television watching child might watch 40,000 commercials each year. And most of the common products advertised are sugared cereals, candy, sodas and high-fat snack foods. The most common products are sugared cereals, candy, sodas and high-fat snack foods. And it happens that children often start eating such kind of foodstuffs, which has an extremely negative impact on health of children. Now let's see how behaviors affect health. Several behaviors that exert a strong influence on health are reviewed in this section. Tobacco use, alcohol consumption, physical activity and diet, and disease screening. Tobacco use, unbalanced nutrition, and a lack of physical activity are some of the key risk factors for the most common causes of death. Healthy behaviors such as exercising and eating sensibly lower the risk of conditions like heart disease and diabetes, while unhealthy behaviors such as smoking and excessive drinking raise the risk of conditions like lung cancer and liver disease. The types, quantity and quality of food eaten also affect health. Aside from nutritional value, the availability and affordability of nutritious food and the individual food choices made are important. Less healthy eating combined with inadequate physical activity can lead to increased body weights. Eating healthy foods such as fresh fruit and vegetables, fiber-rich foods, and those with a lower fat content is related to their accessibility and affordability. Healthy carbs, sometimes known as good carbs, include whole grains, beans, fruits and vegetables. Healthy carbs are digested slowly, helping you feel full longer and keeping blood sugar and insulin levels stable. Unhealthy carbs or bad carbs are foods such as white flour, refined sugar and white rice that have been stripped of all bran, fiber and nutrients. Unhealthy carbs digest quickly and causes spikes in blood sugar levels and energy. Healthy diet includes a variety of whole grains in your diet, including whole wheat, brown rice and millet. In order to ensure good nutritional value of diet, add to your diet polyunsaturated fats. Sources of polyunsaturated fats are unheated sunflower, corn, soya bean, flax seeds oils and walnuts. Avoid processed or pre-packaged foods. Processed foods like canned soups or frozen dinners contain hidden sodium that quickly surpasses the recommended limit. Be careful when eating out. Most restaurant and fast food meals are loaded with sodium. Some offer low sodium choices, or you can ask for your meal to be made without salt. Most gravy and sauces are loaded with salt, so ask for it to be served on the side. Opt for fresh or frozen vegetables instead of canned vegetables. Cut back on salty snacks such as potato chips, nuts, and pretzels. Check labels and choose low salt or reduced sodium products, including breakfast cereals. Eating foods high in dietary fiber can help you stay regular, lower your risk for heart disease, stroke, and diabetes, and help you lose weight. In general, the more natural and unprocessed the food, the higher is its fiber content. This was a small discussion on social and behavioral determinants of health. In the next presentation, we will study about drug education and get aware about negative impacts of alcohol, tobacco, or cigarette and illicit drugs. Thank you.